In the cities, in the towns and country, we work together. We are many races and religions and nationalities. We are the men and women of America. We are also the children of America. The children of America. The children of America. We are the people of America, a mixture of the people of the world. The people of the world. As the people of the world have filled our nation, they have contributed to it. Much of that which is American is of the world. These and many more things that belong to the world are a part of the life of our nation. For we have become Americans through this process of sharing.
Modular. Welcome back, folks. It is Thursday, July 16th. This is episode 88. We're back for chapter 2, part 2 of our breakdown of the second 5-night run in Colorado 2026. This week, got some boots on the ground commentary. Some folks that hit a great milestone while here at the Mish. Yeah, we stayed at the Mish here for 3 nights. A lot to break down from this 3-night run. So we'll go through that, highlight our favorite moments, share some clips, and then we're right back at it this weekend with the band getting back to the southeast. So we got some predictions we'll make on that run here. But bring in my trusty co-host, Mr. Scotty Fuller. How are we doing today?
Oh, brother, feeling good. Night cup full, back from vacation, got a little tan on me, and man, got some chill bumps on me. That's one of the best intros we've ever done. That with the We the People of America, is that what that's called?
Yep.
Man, dude, that shit gets me going.
First time in a long time, since about 7 years, at that Tulsa, Oklahoma show, Kane's Ballroom, which is really cool. We'll get into more of that too, in the message behind it and everything like that. But no, glad to have you back here in Colorado, Scotty. Again, we're back at the Mish here this time around to recap this 3-night run, and we have some awesome boots on the ground commentary here from another one of STS9's favorite couples. So, Scotty, let's bring our guests here.
Yes, absolutely. We figured, we were just gonna do a couple of couples for this run because there's just too much good shit to talk about, but with just 3 of us. So figured we'd bring in, like Nate said, one of STS9's favorite couples, another one from Denver, Colorado. Welcome Angela and Moss Levenson to the program.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for having us. Huge fan of the pod. Can't keep up with all the episodes you guys are putting out, but I've been listening a lot recently and really love what you guys are doing. So we're on here.
It's tough for us to keep up too, honestly. So, man,
we listened to the last couple on our road trip this past weekend.
Good.
Oh, well, yeah. We're grateful that anyone listens, like we always say. Moss, you and I you and I have been talking about bringing you on for quite some time. I think I think the first time rather that we talked about it was over a year ago at Fish in Boulder, and took a minute, but here we are. And honestly, it's better when these things just kind of organically happen, because what better occasion than to pop on for your 150th show, which was July 4th, correct?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, a lot of synchronicity. I did all 5 nights, and
Mm.
I knew leading up to it, got my soundtribe.us stats and saw that my 150 would be on July 4th. So was just so stoked about that.
I believe,
Uh,
Scott, we decided to do this at the Mish during night one.
Yes, yes. You came up to me and told me, "Hey, it's Moss's 150th show. I bet he'd love to come on the podcast." And I said, "We've been talking about it. I can't think of a better reason than 150th show." And I suggested that you come too.
Yes,
And
I was
and
honored.
and goodness, we're so happy to have you guys. So before we get into this weekend, let's give you guys the proper treatment that we give all of our guests. I guess, where are you guys from originally? Is Denver your original home? Where'd you grow up? And, kind of what brought you guys together into STS9, all that good stuff.
Denver's almost all transplants. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, neither of us grew up here. Would
I'm
you like
from,
to go first?
sure, thank you. I'm from South Florida. So I grew up with not the most like robust music scene. There was a lot of like Bob Marley, Sublime, Revolution, Slightly Stupid, beach music. And then I moved after college. I moved to New York, and that's really where I started to dip my toes into the jam band music scene. Then I moved to Colorado after about 3.5 years in New York. So I've been in Colorado going on 10 years now. Hmm.
And I grew up in Richmond, Virginia. Shout out RVA. I didn't really grow up in like a huge musical household. I know some of your guests have talked about like their influences, and no one in my family was a musician. And I definitely bonded with my dad over some of his favorite bands, which were the Beatles and Pink Floyd. But a lot of it, for the most part, was, just I was just ever since I was a young age, like I've just been a really big consumer of music. Just loved, like I remember watching music videos on MTV when that was a thing, and
hmm
wanting to like go to the CD store and like listen, like put on the Walkman, put on the
Oh man,
headphones.
that was the best. Yes.
Yeah, it
Man,
was
I,
So
so
good.
good.
I I love that. You're right. Not too many of our guests have that story, but that's very similar to my story. I didn't have anyone in my family that was particularly musical. I just, from a very young age, just inhaled this shit, and very in the same ways, dude. Like MTV all the fucking time. Like loved going through CDs, loved flipping through that shit. But like, yeah, no, it wasn't like that for me either. I found it. I was addicted to music at a young age. I love that. I feel like you're our first guest that kind of has that story.
No, Moss, you bring that up. It's crazy. It's taken us 88 episodes to talk about like the headphones at the CD store, and you like get to sample all the CDs and everything. I feel like that would be a great like art installation at like a music festival or something like that. That'd be a good idea to set something
Oh,
like
that's a
that up.
great
Yeah.
I
idea.
mean, he still does that to this day. Anytime we go to on any vacation, we have to stop at a record store. So
Love
mom
it.
can like go listen to records, and then he usually like picks a record like reminiscent of like something like related to that trip or like where
Yeah.
the music is from, and that's why we have this very large record collection. But yeah, no, same. I mean, I didn't have like any older siblings or anybody that was into it. It kind of like I went on my own journey to like discover music. And once I did, it literally like changed my personality and like became like the version of me that like people know today.
Oh
So,
yeah.
so
And
how
So
did
did you?
you guys meet?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah, so that.
yeah, go.
So
Well, actually, could I add? So I wanted to add one more thing
yeah.
just about like
Yeah, of
growing up.
course.
Like, just wanted to say like my music taste was like all over the place. Like I liked so many different genres. But thinking back, my first like true love, which I think was is your same, Angela, is rap and hip hop. And you
Hmm.
guys are big like
Big
rap
same.
hip hop fans, but for me, it kind of like all started like the first artist that I really loved was Eminem.
That's me.
That's
Hmm.
I knew. Yeah, I mean, I was in fifth grade when 8 Mile came out, and like
Yes.
thought it was like the coolest thing ever.
Oh fuck yeah.
Instantly just loved Eminem, and then kind of opened my eyes to more. I really liked Jay-Z. I liked
The goat.
Ludacris, Outkast. Those are just, a couple of the first artists that I was drawn to.
Oh yeah. I mean, Eminem for me, my mom and my mom's whole family is from Detroit. So we grew up with like Motown and
Mm.
Eminem is a lot of what I grew up with. And it was like the first things I had to like beg my parents to let me like have my cousin burn me the Eminem CD and I would just like listen to it on repeat and memorize every word. But I didn't say every word out loud, but
So
definitely
I
like one of my first true obsessions. I did not expect you to say that though.
I bought I owned 3 copies of the Marshall Mathers LP.
Ooh.
My dad did not give a flying fuck what I listened to, and happily would get me whatever I wanted musically. The first one I took to a friend's house, and his mom heard us listening to it. She took it, broke it, and called my dad, and it gave my dad a tongue whipping about letting me listen to it. He took me to the CD store and got me a new one on the way home. The second one I listened to until it stopped working, and then I bought the third one. And I don't think I
Oh,
bought a fourth
yes.
one, but absolutely, Eminem is foundational to me as well.
To this
Um,
day,
Yeah.
"Name is my go-to karaoke song. So
Oh yeah. That's a tough one. So I love that. But yeah, my mom was big on the edited CDs for sure. So she would let me get whatever I wanted was edited. And I think the show is probably one of the first 5 albums I bought too. So no,
mhm.
fucking loving him, Eminem for sure. But yeah, so what happened first? You guys going to your first SCS9 show or you guys meeting? I
uh,
believe I met
definitely
Moss
Monster.
quite a bit before Angela. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have loved Sound Tribe since I was a teenager. I have a cool story of how I, found them. I actually am going to break your guys' theory because I've heard you say on this
Okay.
pod that someone brings you into Sound Tribe, right? Like
Okay.
Yeah.
someone has to
Most of the
show
time,
you
yeah.
ropes
Yeah.
most of the time and bring you in. And for me, I found them in high school, like learning about bands, learning about new music, and I instantly loved them. And I was the one that was like telling all my friends, like, you got to check this shit out. Like, listen to
Yeah.
this band, listen to this band. No one knew who they were growing up in my high school. So I feel like I found them as like from everyone that, that I knew and talked to growing up. And a little more on that is like, I had heard the term jam band in high school and I didn't really know what it meant. Like I didn't have like friends who were, deadheads or like anyone I knew who's super into the Grateful Dead. So like I heard that term and I kind of thought it meant like just chill rock music. I heard people talking about Dave Matthews Band, Fish, Humphreys McGee, Mo, and so I started like I wanted to learn all this music. I heard great things, so I started downloading it on LimeWire, and it like
That's so heady.
gives you these recommendations. And also, since I was new to jam bands, like I didn't know to listen to live shows. I didn't know about any
Yeah.
of that part of the culture. I was
Mm.
listening to studio albums. So I listened to like some Fish and some Mo and Humphreys, Disco Biscuits. Eventually, this name STS9 popped up. And I was
Hmm.
like, okay, I'll give this a spin. And it was songs off Artifact and Peace Blaster. I think the first song I ever listened to was Tokyo.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I listened to Some Sing, Peoples, Shock Doctrine, and like when you hear that, when you hear those songs for the first time, I mean,
Yeah.
as like a 16-year-old, like just with my little headphones, I was like, what is this? What is this? It just sounded so different and unique than everything else. And I just was in love like at ever since.
Hell yeah. I mean Richmond is sneaky good jam band like a lot of those bands come through
Especially
and
back
play
then.
yeah, play the National and everything like that. Was your first CS9 show at the National?
So actually, my first show was in '08, and it was at an outdoor venue. It was like a summer concert series at this like park area. And I think it was a co-headline of STS9 and the Biscuits.
Hmm.
Um, but it was a daytime show and it was packed. And I was so young and just, being there, like being at a concert was such a thrill for me.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I don't like I was there and I saw the band and I recognized a song or two. But it wasn't like my real first show.
Hmm.
Sure.
Right.
My real first show was in college, 2011 in Charlottesville.
Love it.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
love that you mentioned the National. I mean, that was like my stomping grounds. That's like the
Hmm.
premier indoor venue of Richmond. And I also have a lot of love for the Jefferson Theater in
Yeah.
Charlottesville. Both are super historic venues, and I've just, been there a ton.
Love it. Virginia's for lovers. And look at you two. So Angela, how'd you come across STS9?
So, it's no secret that my gateway band was Fish. Um,
Hmm.
I,
You like fish?
I
No
do.
way.
A little bit. I actually, before I even saw Fish, my first jam band show experience, I used to work in the music industry and I kind of got like tasked with coordinating all these tickets for Fare Thee Well. Um,
Mm.
Oh, cool.
and my dad's a Deadhead, so I grew up listening to the Dead, but it was very much my dad's band. And so I was like, I was working kind of on this show, and then I ended up having like my parents and I were ended up being in Chicago that weekend. And so like I threw my name, we got us some tickets, and I didn't even know that I was supposed to get tickets for like more than one night. So like that's how little I knew about anything. Um, and I was completely blown away. It was the first time I saw Trey. It was the first anything. And then I ended up going back the next night, which was 4th of July, and had just
Sick.
this just transcendental experience that is literally made me who I am today or
Fuck
started the
yeah.
journey. So then I like, discovered fish and I, saw a ton of fish. And then living out in Colorado, I had this really close friend. We're still friends. Her name's Kristen, and she was like, "You got to come to see Soundtribe at Red Rocks." I had seen Soundtribe, but like similar to Moss, like I know I have ticket stubs and stuff. I was there, but like it didn't like hit. I was seeing a lot of music around that time, and then so she's "You have to come see Tribe at Red Rocks." And that was back when they were playing in September. So it was like the week after Fish Sticks. So I was
The
just like,
Hmm.
best. The
don't talk
best
to
fucking
me.
10 days, dude.
I mean, it was crazy, but I mean, at that time, I was like, don't talk to me till after Fish Sticks. Like, it needed all my attention and energy. And then I had a friend who had literally had come and stayed with me for Fish and just loved Colorado so much she never left. She just like kept changing her flight. And then that last night that she was there, I was like, all right, like one more show. We'd been seeing music all week. I was like, it's your last night. Let's go see Tribe at Red Rocks. So we got tickets and we went and we spent the first night with a friend like kind of down below. And then at set break, I went up to go meet my friend Kristen, who had been like, hounding me to go. And she's like, you gotta come meet us. So I went up and I was like talking to her and like out of the corner of my eye, I saw this really cute, really friendly, tall guy that everybody seemed to know. And I was like, oh my God, Kristen, who is that? And she's like, that's Moss. And so then
I
that's
was wasted in the best
yeah,
way,
no,
in my element.
he was in his element,
Moss,
that's for
Moss, I don't
sure.
know if there's a friendly or really drunk guy than you, obviously. So
No, I mean, I was like, it was hard to like get his attention. He was just bouncing around so much. But I did my best. I was like, go and introduce me. And then so I spent the rest of the show there. And then, and then that night, like at the end of the show, Kristen was like, so are you coming to Sound Tribe tomorrow night? Moss is coming. And I was like, yeah, I think I'll check it out again. And, there's a history.
Oh
love
wow,
it.
I
A
didn't
lot of
realize that.
Sound Tribe episodes.
I didn't realize you guys' story was so. I mean, was so rooted at the beginning in STS9. That's really beautiful.
Well,
So we met at 2018 Red Rocks, the Cave of
this was
Crystals.
my real first show.
We got this
Love it.
some photo behind us of which was the crazy thing is it's like where we were standing too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Epic photo was taken and
the
we're
whole
like that is our night. Like
that was
that's
our night.
exactly it. So
But
that's a special artifact for us. And
there's like a funny part.
yeah, and another funny part of that is earlier that summer.
Can I tell it?
Sure.
Okay. So this is my perspective. So, I met Moss like the first night, and then Kristen was like, come back for the second night. And I was like, I was definitely coming back. And so in between the night, you like do a little research and stuff. And so I went on Facebook and I looked him up and I had seen that he had gone to Fish Dicks the weekend before and like he'd also been to the Gorge. And I was like, damn, like this dude loves fish. Like this is sick. Like he must be a
Yeah.
huge fish head. Perfect. And then so we go back and obviously I met him at Sound Tribe, Red Rocks. I was there both nights. He assumed that like it was like, my thing. And then
I assumed that she loved Tribe, but she was so new to it. She assumed I loved fish. Those were my first shows.
like
Yeah, no, Moss, I remember chilling with you at the Gorge that year, and like you were telling me about like how blown away you were, and it was your first fish shows and everything like that. And we had like it was your first like fish lot experience. We had an unbelievable night, like just having adventures and stuff around Shakedown that night. So that is so funny to put that like into like my personal timeline with you guys as well.
I
But
mean, who goes to the Gorge when you're not like a massive fan? Like I assumed, and so I say we catfished each other. Um,
I
with a
love that.
PH.
that
Yeah.
nailed it. So
Um,
Yeah, dude.
that's how it all happened.
Full circle. It was great hanging with you there. And yeah, that like turned me on to fish. And yeah.
I remember like being surprised to see you because I think I had talked to you about fish, like because we had hung out a bunch of times before that too, and like I was like, yeah, like let's hang out, and like you're right, Angela, like doing the gorge is not easy, right? So like it was a good intro to that for you guys as well.
Yeah.
But I know you guys like talking to couples about their weddings and stuff like that, and how this type of music like seeps its way into a special day like that for you guys. And I know you guys had a hell of a party for your guys' wedding. Talk to us about like how you mixed in the music of Fish and STS9 that day.
That's an amazing question.
I love that
You
question.
could you step.
Yeah, so our wedding was like it was music themed, but it was Tribe is the groom side and Fish is the bride side. It was totally themed on those two bands. And like right like as soon as we met, I mean, we just both understood each other so well, like loving a band that much that you're just, traveling, going to see them as much as we do, and all of your closest friendships and your community is kind of based around that. So, as soon as we had met and started dating, we brought each other to each other's favorite bands and introduced each other to um, each respective community, and
Hmm.
that it was really symbolic for us at our wedding to feature those two bands so prominently. Um, we had, of course, songs from each playing as we walked down the aisle.
I don't know. Do you?
What were they?
So mine was Better Day into
Mm,
Rocka.
Which
love it.
do you want to tell about that Baraka? No. Okay. No.
Okay, so
Wait, yeah.
uh,
Tell it. I think that's really special.
Angela
You
reached
can you
out.
can cut this part if it's weird or awkward, but
Sure,
I
no, no. It's probably gonna be great.
I
it's
feel like
great.
I remember. I feel like I
Uh,
remember reading about this. Did you post
okay, yeah,
about
can
this
I
in the
tell
lounge
it?
when it happened?
Can I tell it? Okay, so had been talking about, what music to play, and it's not just the song, it's like the version, it's
Sure.
like, the way that it's played, and Moss really, really felt called to Baraka, but like he had this like version of it in his head that like we couldn't find. And so
Felt like it was a Phipps
it
solo
felt like
or like a Phipps solo show. There was some version of it I was like looking for. I couldn't pinpoint the right one.
So I, had the idea of reaching out to our friend Hunter Booth and seeing if he could make something happen. And I just explained to him Moss's vision. And he just, in his Hunter way, was just like, I'll see what I can do. And then out of nowhere, one day, like I just get this like file sent to me that says Baraka for Moss. And
Wow.
was but that was what the wedding party walked down to. So Moss had Better Day, and then the rest of our wedding party walked down to Baraka. Um,
Recorded by Phipps
mhm.
himself.
Solo recording?
Wow.
Wow.
Solo recording.
Man.
So
Yeah,
fucking cool.
that was really special.
And my favorite part about that is I get to save it in my library, my iTunes library, with the date of our wedding on it as
Uh,
It's
the
beautiful.
timestamp and everything.
We listened to it and it was perfect. I think we both cried, and like that was really, really special.
Mm.
And then I walked down to Lizards.
I love it. Yes.
Are you surprised?
Man,
And then
the
we
yin and
walked,
the yang, right? That is
yeah.
fantastic.
And then, we walked back down the aisle to Twee Prize.
Tweet Prize got the party started.
Oh yeah, it's the best way to end
Nice.
with like
Love
a
it.
shebang. Prize.
Oh, for sure.
And then
A-
for our
Absolutely.
wedding, like our party walked into Circus, um,
Love that.
which was a
Mm.
really special. Circus was my favorite is my favorite first Tribe song ever. It's my pretty favorite Tribe song, and then I got love my
Yeah.
heavy shit, but
I want
Yeah,
circus
you,
played
you
at
got to
my
have different
funeral.
modes.
oh oh oh
Let's not talk about your
well
funeral,
yeah
Scotty. What the hell? We're having a good time.
yeah no
No, I've thought
let's not
about
go
this. I've
there.
thought about I've thought about the perfect song for every life
Okay,
occasion with STS9, and
okay.
I want to be celebrated, not mourned. And
Perfect.
you can't be sad during a
During
circus. That's
Circus, you
goofy
can't
as
be
hell, dude.
sad. No, yeah. It was it
That's
was it was a perfect way to like start the joy
I
this year.
love that.
Yeah.
so glad I asked that question because I knew there had to be some good shit
So
in there. So,
great question.
Yeah.
so let's get into the shows. Why don't we? So, show number 149 for Moss. Angela, where's your show count at around coming into this weekend?
I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't know.
That's
But
fine. That's fine.
it's a good amount. It's a lot.
Yeah, of course. If
Yeah.
that's your husband, then absolutely, you
It's the
guys.
perfect number.
um, let's talk about the Mishawaka. You guys are, big music fans and live in Colorado, so I'm sure you make your way to this venue quite a bit, not just for STS9. Like, what does this place mean to both of you guys?
Mm,
Well, the Mish is extremely special. I like when I first moved to Colorado, it was on my radar, and this is a decade ago. I really wanted to go, and I went and saw. I think my first show was there, or my first show there was like Random Rab and Desert Dwellers, which was super cool. But for me, just being at that place and camping there was just the coolest thing ever. And so after I went the first time, I just every year I wanted to make a tradition of like I would see some show at the Mish at least once a year and try to camp. And so I just kept going back, and it's a really, really beautiful place. It's hard to get to. It's off the grid. You got the river flowing behind the stage, and
Hmm.
another cool part of this story is that soon after we met at Red Rocks in 2018, we went to see Lotus there like a couple weeks later, and it was kind of like one of our first dates.
Oh yeah, that was my first time at the Mish, and I was blown away. I only got one night,
Yeah.
and I had to like leave super early to like leave for a work trip. But I literally like left, woke up in the morning, and drove from the Mish to the airport because I wanted to go so bad, even though I had to like get on a flight for a work trip. But it was so magical, and yeah, we've been back. I've seen a couple runs for the Biscuits there. We were just there for Memorial Day
Mm.
weekend. We saw them for 3 nights, and that was a really special, special run. And to be back so soon for just as equally a magical run was like, I feel so blessed that this is basically in our backyard. It's a little bit of a trek, but I feel so lucky to be able to like get in our car and go and just like escape to this like fairy tale music land. Like,
That
Mm.
that was exactly what I did for this show. I fucking hopped in the whip, went up there for the night, and drove back the same night, and then went to the beach the next morning, very very early. I that's you just go, man. You just fucking go to this place if you can.
Whatever it takes.
whatever it takes.
Did you guys camp this time around?
So we didn't. This I guess maybe this summer was the first time that we have been well, we went for biscuits, and now for this run, we stayed in Fort Collins and did the shuttle thing,
Hmm.
Okay.
which is also so awesome. Like if
Yeah.
that's the other like way to do the Mish, that is so freaking cool because you get on a school bus with all these fans of like whatever band you're going to see, and they're all pumped and like the drivers are goofy and like have a little like social time on the bus on the way up. So that just, kind of feels like a shared experience. Um, yeah, we commuted this time around and had a
Yeah, I
blast.
mean, honestly, any way you do the Mish, it's always amazing. Um,
Yeah.
but we've camped. We've done it where we've like gone up and driven home. We've, camped like in like cool like camp lots. We've car camped. I feel like we've done like every different way, and it's all
The drive's a bitch, man. If you can fucking avoid the drive to and from Denver, you should, because fuck, dude, it's doing it multiple nights in a row is
both.
tough.
Yeah, I feel like it has to be like a one night up and back thing, but which you can.
Love it. We were dealing with some fires in the area. I know, right? That was kind of a
Yeah.
little bit of a dark cloud over the weekend. Some people were worried about whether or not these shows were going to come on. How by the time Friday rolled around, how'd the air quality and the conditions clear up?
Perfect. There's nothing going
Yeah.
on, man.
I
I
didn't
didn't
notice
notice
too
it.
much. I mean, I had heard people talking about it like leading up, like, oh, I hope the Mish is like gonna be all right, And
Yeah.
it's like, well, just manifest, put out what you want it to be, think positive. And yeah, I think when we were there, I didn't notice too much.
Yeah.
So
We saw
Good.
a ton this past weekend when we were up in Steamboat, like really
Mhm.
close to us. It was really hard to see, and we just hope like, yeah, Colorado just keeps getting rain, and it was amazing to see like the firefighters and helicopters like working so hard to protect the wildlife and like the trees. Like it was a lot. But yeah, luckily it didn't affect the shows, but
Good.
still affects.
Well, we opened up night one. My goodness, Scotty.
Point.
Time within evolving living vehicle Earth. Point to Nate for that one. Called that one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, show opener.
Chill.
It doesn't get the blood flowing more than that to start out a Mish run, huh?
No, this is great. There's still a little bit of light in the air at this point. You can still kind of see everybody a little bit, and not necessarily a bust out. We've had a few of them this year, but one of those that when you start a show with, it feels like a statement right off the bat.
Yep.
You don't get 12 openers all the time.
No.
Or even often at all. I don't know the last time we saw that happen, but I remember looking around and thinking, all right, great. They know where they're at this weekend.
Yeah, I believe the last time it was a show opener would have been 2018 in Las Vegas. Let me see if I have that right. Oh, Mayan Holidays in 2018. And then actually, yes, the one before that was May 4th, May the 4th show,
Good call.
2018-12 opener. And then they actually opened with it in Austin back at the Concourse Project back in 2023. But speaking of Austin, we see the new Soma next. I mean, the start to this show with some of these rare tracks is so fucking cool. And again, a standalone new Soma without its Empire's counterpart here, and the second time that we've seen it in this slot as the second show. Second song of the show here. So I mean, yeah, at this point, that long trip is seeming worth it just after 2 songs.
Oh yeah. I love the rare songs too. Like that's just, like a part of Soundtribe that I kind of like get really excited about when you hear like,
Yeah.
a song that you like weren't expecting.
Mhm.
Just the way in which they play it. You said 12 as an opener,
Yeah.
says it's a statement right there.
Yep.
Um,
Sets
and
the
then
tone.
after
I
that,
had. Oh, go ahead.
Unsold, another rare song too. So I think those first 3 were like, whoa.
Yeah. Scotty,
And
did you
on
have
that-
something on New Soma?
No, I was just gonna say I had the unique experience. Unique and there's not too often that I'm not around a particular group of people at these shows. For this one, I was kind of back right corner with Angela and Moss for like most of the second set, and I guess the tail end of the first set. But there was also actually I learned that they were your friends later, Angela, but I was there. What song is this guy? At this time. And that was such a pleasure. I don't get to do that very often. But when
It's the best. That is
yeah,
the best.
oh my gosh, I was
Moss
like,
wasn't there. So.
yeah, she came. One of your friends tapped me and was like, "Which one is this?" And I told him, and I was like, "Hey, I'm here all night. Just
Yeah.
I got you as often as you need me, dude." And so yeah, I was pumped. I got used three songs in a row.
Hell yeah.
And the Once Told took me a minute, man.
Yeah.
Let's listen to it. This is
Sure.
our first clip, and then we'll
Yep.
really talk about it. Ah, damn, dude.
Somebody once told me the world. Somebody once told me the world.
Fuck yeah. All right. So you think about rare songs and then like the completely unique way to play rare songs too. So it had been a while for this one, over 3 years. The last time they played it had been February 17th, 2023 at the Fillmore in New Orleans. So yeah, a 3.25 years break on this one. And I mean, you didn't hear any. This is usually a very sample heavy song. You didn't hear any samples until like almost the 6 minute mark on this one. It was almost like they axed it a little bit, like
A little
going
bit.
into it, and like the different intro where it's just like the like Alana and
Yeah,
Hunter.
the intro was very different on this.
That's probably what hit you weird with it when it started, Scotty, where it's like, what the fuck is this? This is
Right.
not typically how you hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, at all. And you guys ever wonder what the end of that sentence is?
Somebody once told me.
Somebody
Somebody once told me the world was what?
What?
I don't know.
I another one that I think about this with is dot 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 and Summer Angels. Um,
Ah, right.
I've actually asked Phipps this question via Val, and there is not an answer that he is aware of.
Well, it's whatever you make it.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
I know but I always think about this with this once told song. Man, I feel like I have said this every time we talk about Mishawaka, but we're talking about Mishawaka, so I'm going to say it again. There are certain venues with this band that you almost don't need to be told where the recording is. It just sounds a certain type of way. But all of those are indoor venues with the exception of Red Rocks. Mishawaka is one of those places that the way that this sound resonates in the canyon, and the way that I guess the river is behind him, it really does sound different in there. And Hunter, I feel like, almost benefits from that more than anyone in the band individually. And it cuts through so good, man. His tone is so warm and silky and just perfect, and it is absolutely because of where they are playing. He doesn't sound like this anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's something in the air at that venue.
Yeah.
Just something like that you feel. There's this very specific Mish energy, and
Mhm.
I feel like they are totally playing through like with that through that for all of us.
And how about the bass slapping on this? My goodness.
Yo.
Yeah, that sounded crispy. That was just
Yeah.
immediate body shaker dance party.
Yeah, a new element to this song they added when they first started playing with Alana, because you didn't get that with Murph, that little section right there, the funk section, and then like a little bit of like added like attitude from Phipps on that side of things too. And when he comes in with like the piano organ there, fucking really cool to get this kind of highlight this early in the run.
Absolutely. And then a nice little peach tree.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of seg action happening, but a hell of a first set, with this 12 New Soma Once Told Peachtree. Then, dude, I cannot believe that we're not about to hit play on this, but this Like I Do Bible is fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, what a transition. Like I Do tends to work with whatever the fuck they want it to make it work with.
Yeah.
But the way that it works with Viable, I hope that this makes Viable not such a token song. The way that little silky funk section just really goes into that Bible. These songs belong together like two songs I haven't heard freshly played together in a long time.
Yeah, I think they did it
Have they done this before?
At one of the Southeast shows this winter. Yeah, it was either like it might have been that Charlottesville show or something like that. But it was in there for sure. But this one seemed to be pulled off a little bit more smoothly, and like it seemed like you were still getting like elements of that, like I do, like, or you were getting the elements of the Bible sooner, like with like that segue came in way further into Like I Do than it did the first time. So it was really cool to hear for sure.
Phenomenal segue. And that's just, what Soundtribe is doing, is blending the new with the old, and it's so well that it's mind blowing.
Yeah, it's crazy how well so many of these Human Dream tracks fit with Artifact in particular. I think those two albums are having a moment, will continue to have a moment for sure. So, man.
And then we get into, I got some big things to say about this one. Let's listen to it first. 808 kick.
Yep. Cooking with gas, dude. What the fuck? That is set to energy right there. That's something fucking else, man. For the first set, the hell is going on?
Yeah, dude. Rent is always great to hear. It's one of my all times. It's one of those songs where, like, if someone has never listened to Sound Tribe and you want
Mm,
to know them, Tribe, I would maybe throw on a Rent. I mean,
yeah,
it's so classic and so fancy, everything you'd want.
Rent's
yeah.
definitely one of my favorites.
Fuck yeah, it is. Especially, I mean, as a Biscuits fan, yeah, that's the kind of
I
STS
was,
night we like for
I
sure.
was literally thinking, I was like, this is definitely biscuitsy energy right now. I was,
Yeah.
hmm
He was ripping like Barber for sure a little bit there. Man, I mean, a huge build up from Hunter Brown there. I mean, insane. Alana just rolling there, the percussion side of things, uh, getting the work done. My God, the cowbell in there. Phipps
Oh,
with a lot of that like ragtime piano work. Um,
I didn't
it's like
hear the like drum kits before. Did you hear the hip hop like drum kits?
yeah, the 808, the
Yeah,
That is
dude.
super fresh. Very, very unique jam, rent jam here.
I put my sunglasses on so I could take them off and do this and make what I was gonna say that much more dramatic. Guys, this is the jam of the year. This this is
Whoa.
this is the best thing that has happened in 2026. Um, those 808s, the way that Phipps is moving all around on this, the way that Hunter keeps just one-upping himself over and over and over. Nate, you were cackling, laughing towards the end of that.
He
Um,
just kept finding higher notes. I was like, what
right.
the fuck?
Yeah. No, dude, there's way more than 12 notes when Hunter Brown plays like that. Um, yeah, man, there is just so dude, I mean, this is like top five rents. I
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna jump out the window and put it over the Red Barn or put it over a couple of others that come to mind, but this is immediately like one that we're gonna go back to for years from this
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, the little, like Moss and you were mentioning, the little like infusion of those 808 drum pads, like it gets you moving in a different way for sure. And like, yeah, with in the midst of Hunter finding that Spjorg note, like Phipps just like clowning on the piano to the like, oh my God. And then bringing it all home. And then I'm sure for you guys at the show, we're maybe thinking like this has got to be the end of the set, right?
well, and we always I always laugh about them doing this, not doing this because this is not what I laugh about them doing, where they do something like this rent and then they'll give you a song that absolutely does not need to happen in that moment. They can just walk off and be happy with the set. Um, but then we got this aimlessly and.
Oh, cutting room floor, man. Yeah, I mean, Scotty, a lot of time you're talking about those like unnecessary songs kind of being the like a mailed in inspire or something like that, right? Like,
Yeah, looking back on Earth, something like
yeah.
that. But with this, dude, it was like the exclamation point on a absolutely fucking excellent set of
Yeah.
music. And if they're going to do something like this is what it should look like. If it's
Yeah.
it should, don't and no and we have gone on record enough to where I think nobody's gonna interpret this as like hating on the new stuff, but like don't follow this with the fucking click laying echo. Even though click laying echoes are huge, dude, give me an
Agreed.
aimlessly, give me
Yeah.
a Bible is already played, but like something of water song, something like that, where right when you think that you've gotten the best out of them, they're like, Yoon, look at
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this aimlessly was a perfect set ender for the first set of this weekend.
Really different jam going on in the middle of it too, almost like a funk jam in that kind of middle section, which was really cool. So, I mean, guys, the first three songs of the show, 12 New Soma once told, the last three songs of the first set, Viable, Rent, Aimlessly. Woo!
And just a
Wow.
little human dream in the middle there, sandwiched in.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Set two, get into some Chromolite stuff. Light reveals. I think people would like to see more of this. Zach has a lot of fun playing this song.
Yeah, and not the first time we would, or not the last time rather, that we would see some Chromolite make its way into this Mishawaka weekend. Very very well rounded, kind of career spanning stuff going on here. Light Reveals is a great set opener. I think that's where this song really belongs.
Hmm. Into Big Basin. Man, I mean, they really seem to be refining their groove with this song, Scotty, since the start of this podcast, where
Oh,
the first episode we're talking about the Chicago version of the song, and then the version they laid down in New Orleans, and then this one, awesome modular jam with like mixing in more of the different melodies towards the end of that modular jam to bring
mhm.
it back to like an insane Zach Velmer drum solo that always finishes the song out. That always gets me fired up too. So
And then, dude, an Equinox, which feels like a something in Atlanta. This is a song that should be played in the middle of the woods in Colorado at
outdoors. Yep.
Mishawaka.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It hits you in
absolutely.
the feels just like the Equinox and Dylan. It, needs to be played outdoors in a beautiful setting.
Fuck yeah. Dance into inspire.
I
Man,
mean,
peanut butter and jelly. Let's fucking go. What a
That's
fucking dance party, dude.
They were
dude.
so, so sick, but the best part was being next to
next to
Scotty
Scotty
for
for
it.
sure. That is what by far my favorite Scotty memory was. I turned to you and I was about to call what the song was. We called it at the same time. And then when they went into We Want the Funk and you
Uh-huh.
lost your mind. Oh my God. I'll never forget that.
Love it with the give up the funk teases here for sure. Yeah, this video that you sent Angela in our group text is Scotty just beating his chest. Oh my God.
Oh, music is mine.
Um, yeah, Angela, you said like the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. You said, if I were to recommend anyone to be with anyone at an STS9 show, it would be Moss because he's my husband. But if it wasn't Moss, it would be me.
Yeah. And I
And
got to be in between both of you, and it was
Wow.
amazing.
that
Love
was so much fun. No secret here, man. Dance is a top five STS9 song for me, and Dance and Inspire. It's like you said, Nate. It's peanut butter and jelly. It is it's popcorn in a movie. It's cheap beer and
it.
crawfish. It
Yeah.
makes sense, and a couple of those in a row. You get the Inspire to the dance, and then you get the bigs to the 1 2 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
And honestly, when we were doing the pre-pod conversation and looking at clips, I can't believe that this light the way. I can't believe I didn't make a bigger case for this light the way.
Yeah. This was a lot of fucking fun, dude. When they
Uh,
open shit up with the like drums on Light the Way and it gets going with the modular and everything like that, like it is like you pull out the disco dance moves. Like you were just like a lot of fun here. So yeah, I mean like segues on this show. I think we've seen kind of maybe a little bit of a departure from the segues where on like some of these human dream tours where we're getting a lot of hard starts, hard stops. A night like this is really cool to see where they're having fun with tracks like this. So
That whole Bigs 1 2 3 Light the Way suite felt like it was such a long journey. I mean, I
yeah,
like joking with people afterwards. I was like, 1 2 3, they should call that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7
yeah,
I didn't know that it was even Light the Way. I didn't know. I got lost in that.
yeah.
I did something that I don't often do at all, and I ran away when this big started. Right after Inspire, I was like, nah, dude, I'm getting closer. I never have that thought where I just like send it into the crowd. I'm very much a like stay where I'm at, where my feet are type guy. But I was so glad I did that because you're right. The bigs 1 2 3 light the way. So it clocked in at yeah right at about 20 minutes. Felt closer to 30 in the moment. Yeah, man, this was sneaky, maybe my favorite part of the entire show.
Yeah.
Wow. No one thought they'd open that song up the way they did.
Yep. Man, what a treat to end to Satori. I mean, during this whole 5 night run, I thought the encore choices were incredible. You know, you get the KPT night one in Buena Vista. The Reminisce, I thought like again, it's a new song, but like man, I think everyone can say like I don't get tired of listening to that song. I could listen to them play that for an entire set, and for them to end a Wave Spell show with it, I thought was really fucking cool. And then like Satori on night one,
Hmm.
is just fantastic. It'd been a while since they did a Satori without the falling,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
So the first standalone Satori in a while here. Let me see when the last time they would have done that was. Yeah, it would have been at Camp Elsewhere, Satori opener for the Axe show. And that was in September 19th, 2024. So almost 3 years ago, or almost 2 years ago, sorry. And then the last one before that was at the Mish, actually,
Hmm.
in 2022. So, yeah, you think about a rarity. It's been cool to see them do it with the falling, but to get a proper standalone Satori, what a way to end the first night. So there's
And then
149, Moss.
What a show.
so I'm not gonna actually I'm not gonna ask this question until the end. We'll come back to it. Um cool little I guess nugget that they did with this July 4th show. The VIP sound checks are right here with the rest of the show, which I don't think I've ever seen them do before. Usually they release those way down the road separately, but
Yep.
really cool. I hope to see more of that.
Yes. And then the aforementioned Who Are the People of America intro. I mean, really cool way to, pay homage to Independence Day, 4th of July, everything like that. I love the message behind this. Again, last time they did it was um, uh, April 9th, 2019 at King's Ballroom in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So to see them start off with it again, it's almost like you forget about these kind of things, which when they pull it out makes it that much cooler. So into Forest Hue,
Whole July 4th thing, and in such Sound Tribe fashion to
yeah,
do, just a thought-provoking sample with such a good message. It just gives me
right,
chills listening to that.
Yeah,
right.
they are very good at saying a whole fucking lot without saying very much.
Yeah.
Um,
What I think it reminds you, like, I mean, STS9, they are patriots, right? And like it's you don't have to like the current leadership of America or the state of the country to be a patriot, right? Like
right.
one of the biggest parts of being a patriot is like standing for what you know makes this country great. And I think they're constantly about that. Like, and if they didn't give a shit, then they wouldn't do stuff like this, right? And they make it
Hmm.
about the community, different races, ethnicities, religions, everything like that. People coming together, which I think was really cool. And then just to finish off with the sharing in the
Yeah,
first few was on point for sure.
Really powerful way to like send a message without picking a side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
Getting
Hmm.
everybody to be in their own thoughts and feelings about it, but just inspiring that, not like telling
Hmm.
somebody what to believe. It's really,
Yeah.
Right.
really
But if you can't get behind the message in this, like, what you believe is probably fucked up, Um,
I mean,
I,
that's
it's very simple, it's very straightforward, and it's factual.
Yep.
It's beautiful. Admittedly, I have not gotten to this show yet, so everything I'm going to hear on this one, is going to be with fresh ears, and hearing that for the first time in a while, I don't know, just like I said, it gave me chill bumps. It's really cool.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, and like you mentioned, Moss, old with the new, more of that here into the Forest Hue
Yep.
artifact into Human Dream, Never Never. A lot of fun here. And then Moss, I know you in particular. This one is another cutting room floor. This instantly, I loved it as well. I thought it was a ton of fun, but I know that was something you dug a lot.
That was a highlight of the whole run for me. I mean, I have always loved Instantly. It just has such good energy and always, but more recent versions have just been hitting and like, clicking for me more than they ever have. So this is one of those songs that I like love right now and was craving.
Hmm.
And when they played it at the right time, this night, I was just feeling it. The energy was amazing. And this felt like kind of like another opener. I heard you guys talk about like how sometimes it
Yeah.
feels like there's two
Sure.
openers because of the energy that they both bring. and
Mm-hmm.
this was a good example of that.
Agree with that.
It kind of hit the reset button a little bit, right in the smack dab in the middle of the set. Some really cool modular put into this, which I think they've been playing around with a little bit more recently. Like, fuck, man, we can get going with these instantly modular jams. Like, the sky's the limit for that shit. Then they're back to you with the spooky shit with Dusk, and
Gotta let
I
the sun go down.
love that as night falls. And then, I mean, you talk about like juxtaposition between two
Yes.
things on a set list. Dusk in this next track, which was the biggest bust out of the weekend. It's about fucking time. My goodness.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
That just filled my soul.
special.
It sounds so good. It does. And I like, don't get me wrong, I love the drum and bass ones and everything like that, but when their full focus is on making this shorter, slower version sound good, the intention behind the sound of it is just it's so prevalent.
I mean, maybe this is a hot take. I'll take a Roy G. Biv however they want to give it to us.
Yeah.
However, I could do without the drum and bass completely in this song. This when I think of this song, I think of a tearjerker. I don't think of something that I'm like, like it's not a get me going song,
Yeah.
and for me personally, um, and so these kind of versions are exactly the way that I like for it to sound. The distortion on Hunter's guitar and the way that him and Phipps kind of play on top of each other at the beginning of this. I don't know, man. This is my kind of Roy G. Biv.
Yeah, I'm with you, Scotty. I mean, it's a beautiful, blissful song, and for me, I kind of like that it's a shorter track because it's just one of those that when you hear it, and it's also so rare and it's
Hmm.
obscure cover that just to hear that in a tribe show is one of those it just the whole place gets chills collectively
Hmm.
Yep.
together, and you all can't believe it's happening. You look at the people next to you and you're just what? You telepathically communicate.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say no one saw this coming for sure. I think it makes
Mustard,
sense.
Moss.
Yeah. Was it a request?
Okay,
He,
so I was just talking about it the
he
whole
definitely
run. I
did.
was kind of putting it out there,
He did.
just like a fun thing, telling people what would you want to hear? What would you want to hear? And I did talk about Roy G. Biv, I think the past 3 nights. So I
Yeah.
just
Did you put in a request, Moss? Did you send that? Did you send in any shots out?
not officially. I was
Just
just
Okay.
Man.
people about
telepathically.
it.
Just
Yeah.
That
telepathically.
that is that, yes, put it into the universe type stuff. That's like Gina not telling the band. We very much could told the band about her 118th show getting a 118, and she got it
Right.
without asking.
Oh
Hmm.
Like,
my.
um,
Actually,
but
we were talking about we were like downstairs looking at some of our art. We were looking at our set list that you
Hmm.
made, Scotty, of our show of the night
Yes.
that we
Yep.
met. And we were like talking about the special songs and
mhm.
Reggie
The and
did that
Summer Angels, Roy G. Biv and
and
Summer
Summer
Angels.
Angels. And so
Hmm.
we were like
Wow.
living it and talking about it right before the run started, like that week. And then Moss said that he was like, I think that they could play it. And
Yeah.
mhm.
A lot of
Folk.
synchronicity. Also,
Yep.
another thing, Boards of Canada released an album this year. They haven't
Right.
done an album since 2013. So,
Yep.
a lot of people are talking about them. I thought
Yep.
maybe the band was thinking similarly.
For sure. I was just gonna say that it's topical, right? Now that they've kind of been in rotation a little bit more, and for this to come off at dusk, I mean, you talk about the dark and the light,
Yes.
and then also
Oh,
thinking about the original Boards of Canada on that that one synth line. I felt like that was more prominent in this one on any other version I've heard STS9 do, which was really cool. And of course, Alana on just the super gritty bass on that too to accompany it with that beautiful melody. Man, what a great moment. So that just goes to show, folks, say your prayers, right? Put stuff into the universe, and who knows what'll happen here. Good things happen to good people. So we don't go far for our next clip here, which was another really really fun segue. So let's get into it. silky smooth. Man.
Oh
It
my
just,
God.
it just
Another
makes sense.
another amazing segue at an amazing time, and the vibes at the Mish during this were just, oh my God. So when the first "People Are You Ready" happened, I turned to the person next to
That
me.
was really good.
I was like,
That was
no.
really
I
good.
was like, I'm not ready. I can't. You're doing that to me now. Like, how did you? I was in disbelief. And then,
Yeah.
sure enough, they just go into this really wide and
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I love that. This is the first lift you up into really what that we've seen. We've seen lift you up be a nice launching point into like a lot of the great staples in their catalog, and like this just unlocks a new door of possibilities of what we can see with this song.
there's a cool little I guess connection to female vocal samples on each one of these. A little bit of interplay play with that, but yeah, man, it just makes sense. The way that Lift You Up kind of winds down, it just plays very well to kind of that kind of launching point of really what and any excuse to see really what more in a set list. This is one of my favorite songs, and I don't feel like it gets played enough. Um, and so okay, we were just talking about when the band follows up a really big moment with something that may or may not feel unnecessary. How did the Something Level Up remix feel on the back end of this really what?
so I loved it. I mean,
Okay.
I will say the Something remix is still growing on me.
Hmm.
I have liked it, but hearing it live at the Mish, standing where I was with who I was with, I mean, it hit. I loved this song. I love this remix more than I ever have at this show.
Hmm. Yeah. No, I think it's fun right there, Scotty. And a little bit of a longer version here too. They messed around with it quite a bit. Um, I like it's really rare you see really what to end a set. I don't know if you really ever see that. So like following it up with this really fun, like high energy dancey track. I'm here for it. Um, it's just like again, what a fun set. You get the rare interlude. You get into Artifact, into Human Dream, into a Homeless Song, and instantly back to Human Dream with Dusk, into a cover with the Roy G. Biv, a very rare
Yeah.
cover. First Roy G. Biv since Austin 2023. So it had been over 3 years since we'd seen that. And then into this Lift You Up into really what?
Yeah, first time seg.
Yep, and then finish it off with
Yeah.
some newer stuff that they're having a lot of fun with playing out. So I think it's masterful to another great first set here. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
all right, we're on to our next clip with the start of set 2 here. Man, was this a get down?
Fuck yeah, dude.
David Phipps, man. Oh my God.
Gosh.
Jeez, the man's having some fun.
I
Yes.
mean, going back to about this time last year when Phipps went to summer synth camp, he has just been adding so many more layers to at any time he is allowed to kind of open up and have some artistic interpretation of any moment. He it just makes everything so much richer. And the patience on this seg is stunning to me.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
just the way that they sprinkle these call jam breadcrumbs from about the last minute mark of Hidden Hand, Hidden Fist, but don't really give you the call jam until about a minute and a half into what is labeled call jam on the soundboard.
yeah,
It's just an exercise in how you can't teach that with anything but time. And we're just lucky that this band has been doing this for so long that we get moments like this because of it.
Well
Wow,
said.
well said. That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
It's
Yeah.
a signature sandwich that we all love that they do, and this was just an amazing version of it. I mean, um, I really like what you said, how they're teasing it, and the segues this run have just been
yeah,
like on point. Whether they're new segues or a signature like this, really
yeah.
fun.
Stuff we're really familiar with for sure. But again, doing it in ways that we've never heard before. Um, and then Scotty,
Speaking
we
of
see
stuff
it.
we're familiar with,
We see it pop back up here. The Galactic Spin class. Noted here still is new untitled. We'll see if they let me name a song. I'm sure they won't let me, but really cool to see this pop back up. It had been since what, like Halloween 2024. We'd seen them play this after debuting it at Red Rocks that year.
yeah,
Just a really cool blend of like a lot of other different samples. You hear a callback to Really What from earlier in the show. You hear the Music Us samples in this. Um, and like some new samples that we're still not familiar with what they are. I think a lot of people are calling for more of this, and we're kind of confused to see it fade away a little bit after a few strong versions initially, but awesome to see it pop back up there here.
yeah, it felt like it could be a Human Dream song at some point, but it just never
Hmm.
got continued to get played like that. But in this post release Human Dream, maybe this is a B-side song that hasn't gotten a name yet. Just let us name it. I guess it's not us; it's technically you, but it's from the pocket. Just call it Galactic Spin Class. Like, let's just do that. That's a good enough name.
It's a really hype workout song. I like
Yeah.
Yes,
went through a workout and just have this on repeat.
Yeah.
yes, for
Submitted to
sure.
Peloton somehow.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Um, All right, and then awesome into unquestionable here. Another monster unquestionable.
Hmm.
They've been in the lab on this song, and again, you think about like just like putting things that work together in this second set. I think that is like a perfect example. So you see the hidden hand call jam, hidden hand.
Yep.
Um, then you splice that new untitled in there a little bit, and then awesome into unquestionable. And then Arrowhead and Worry No More. I love back to back. Hunter Brown's playing on this Arrowhead is short and sweet, but man, I mean, he was on one on this Arrowhead. And then, yeah, I mean, we've grown to love Worry No More as a track, one of our favorites off TUI. And then back into more old shit here with a tap in and EHM. I think back to back is really fun too. So just like the flow of these set lists, just kind of take you on those like multi-song journeys. I thought was a really fun thing here for the second set on a Saturday night. And let's talk about the production a little bit here while we hear. Um, Man, the fucking lasers on the mountains and shit, like that looked cool as hell. Like they had like almost like a laser fireworks show going on. Talk to us a little bit about that guys.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, go ahead.
no, you can go.
Okay. Yeah, so we were close up. We didn't get to see that in the entirety during the show. But when I was kind of bouncing around, like I noticed that the lasers were out and it was really, really cool. And I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Scotty, that you didn't get to see it the first night. But they were showing the STS9 logo during set break, and I felt like they were having a lot of fun with it during that high energy second set.
Mhm.
Apparently there were some fireworks images that were happening, which is just so creative and so cool to use the Pooter Canyon that way. It makes
Mhm.
the whole
Yeah.
production seem larger,
It
way
was,
larger than it is.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we were in the pit for it, so we didn't know what was happening, but I mean, that was the place that we needed to be for that. Like, I was
Absolutely.
literally, I mean, during that tap in, I could not even like stand on my own. I was literally holding on to Lauren Smith for dear life because like I felt like my like heart was gonna explode out of my chest. Like I had quite a transcendental experience during tap in that I mean, the only thing I could say after the show was I tapped in. Like it was,
It was
Yes.
yeah,
tapped the fuck
I
in.
was tapped in. Wherever it is or whatever it is, I was in it. Like,
Yep.
yeah,
Whatever we're getting into, for sure.
yeah,
You were there.
yeah. And so, as bummed as I was after the fireworks, like, thank God I was next to Lauren because,
Yep.
yeah, we connected, on a very deep level during that song and during that set and that EHM too. Like, it's Moss told me he's like, you are going to love this. It's so rabbly, which is
Yeah,
my favorite song.
definitely.
And they were right. They were right. They were right.
Yep. Yeah, you think of two songs to be in it, like in the pit for, and that is a
Yeah,
great
it was
section for it. But
so it was where we needed to be for sure.
yeah, other stuff I saw they were like had like the turtle logo up there too, which also we didn't get to
I
talk
saw
about it
that.
before
Yeah.
before the shows. The plushy turtles, how fucking cool!
I
Uh,
love it.
bravo to fucking Taylor Houston Morgan for that idea and bringing that character into three-dimensional life. That's great.
Oh yeah, the
Um,
stuffy, so
yeah.
cool.
Brilliant.
um, and then we had just a really funny moment from Zach here that we had to share.
Look at all you beautiful people. Looks like we got some people trying to catch the buses maybe early. I don't know. I don't know if you guys are leaving right there. We got some people in the back that are walking out, but that's okay. We got some people at the front of house. We got a lot of people in the middle. We got people at the bar. We got VIP. We got other people on the other deck. We got people on the roof. I'm sure we got people on that deck on that little house over there. There might be people across the river. Who fucking knows? But if we all can do this together on the 4th of July in this beautiful country that we live in, please, 1, 2, 3. Love, 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 love. You guys love one another. Thank you guys. We love you. Thank you for loving us. We got one more for you. We'll see you tomorrow night too.
So, some people trying to catch the early shuttle out there, Zach.
Well,
Zach
Not on Zach Velmer's watch, motherfucker.
well, they missed out. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
The crowd reaction on that, where just the immediate boos, is so great. It's people
Yeah.
booing them and everything like that.
Boo.
Oh my gosh! And then this encore again, another
Right in
incredible.
that moment.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So What Is Love was another song I was just talking about the whole run.
Yep.
I mean, my wish list was Roy G. Biv and What Is Love. I was telling
Yeah.
everyone that I just really wanted to hear that. And so when Zach was, doing the love, 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 I just like turned to everyone next to us. I just go, give us a What Is Love? Just,
Yeah. Come on.
What Is Love? Encore. Like I just said it. And the next thing we hear is boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
Boop,
Fuck.
boop.
And you're just like,
And it was
Yeah.
like moments of like complete alignment with the band. Like you guys were thinking the same thing. I love
Yep.
this. And just went into the What Is Love, which Such a great song.
Yeah.
Love it more and more the more I hear it, and I think it's an incredible encore.
Yep, I agree. First one in a year and a half as well. So I mean, like, it's not like you were putting out stuff into the universe that was like all that common recently too. So like for all of this, I mean, to align the way it did for you is
Yeah.
it's just very cool.
On
This was a
50th. It was like
yeah.
perfect. And then how did you end the show?
I caught Zach's drumstick.
Fuck yes. All
Nice.
right. What a way to commemorate the 150,
Straight up,
which is
Zach
great.
looked at Moss, saw his 150 shirt. This is my theory, and just threw him the drumstick.
Fuck yeah. This one was on the cutting room floor as well. Some unbelievable spirited playing from the band in the second half of it. The build up was incredible. Like more of those like end of Rent Hunter Brown moments on this one. Just screaming guitar was really fucking good. So man, night two, another banger for sure. But
Thanks.
getting into night three, man, this was another really interesting night in terms of the vibes, the set list, and everything like that. You saw a lot of Bliss night three. So you open up
Yeah.
with another
Chrome Light.
Chroma song and So Much More, which is one that hadn't been played since Camp Elsewhere. I'm gonna actually when we finish up here, I'm gonna count out the 2026 debuts from this weekend, and it's staggering the amount that we saw. So Much More, first one we saw in a while. I love this track, especially as an opener. It's kind of like it's almost like a thank you to the fans, and it's a wait till you see what we got coming next type of deal. And then a kind of like that false opening a little bit too, like a phoneme. It seems like another track that could be an opener. Like, man, like this song gets so pretty at the back end of it.
Yeah, dude, this is like heady breathe in.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, it definitely did feel like a second opener. I remember that. It was like they turned up the energy a little bit, and then it like turned up to like the next level.
Yep.
Nice ease in. Ease.
Yep. Ease in. There we go. Yeah. And then, I mean, let's get down to business, right? Some dirty shit just for Angela with this low swag. I'm sure that got the vibes going for sure.
I got down for sure.
And then Dream State Patrol, another semi bust out, another 2026 debut. It had been almost 2 years since they played this back at the Refinery in 2024. This is one that I feel like is evading a lot of people. A lot of people like this one off of the initial Chromolite show and release and everything like that, and one that they don't play as much as the others. It seems like every time they play it, like I see someone in the comment section going like, finally got that song. So really good to see there. That brings us to our second to last clip here for this track, which I don't think is labeled correctly in Bandcamp, but we'll see what you guys think. So it's got to be Funky House, right? Like, like that's 100% Funky House. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know Funky House well enough to pick it out of a lineup, if I'm being honest. But it fucking sounds like a hell of a mobsters, so that would make sense. So are we thinking that this is just mislabeled on the set, or are we just calling this a gigantic tease?
No, I mean like Funky House in itself is just like a different like section of mobsters that they don't always play. It's kind of when they get like the gung, like the
Yeah.
dancier like middle part of it going. It's on the Church of STS9 playlist. I just looked to see it. They had it there too, and it is
Oh,
there
really?
as well. Um, if so, that's a 6-year bust out, and a very rare thing that they do. But like. I mean, nonetheless, I mean, like, who cares what the hell it's called? This shit bangs.
Yes.
I concur.
I was gonna call it Monsters.
Monsters would be
Yeah,
nice.
the way Phipps
Mods-
is sounding, I'm not used to hearing that in this song. So
Yep.
this is such a cool version, whatever it is. But I do like your theory. I think you could be onto something there with
Yeah.
Key House as well.
Yep. A nice rarity there. And then, fuck, man, this orbital went off. Another one on
On the
the cutting
floor,
room
baby.
floor here. I know this is a highlight for you as well, Moss. Was this another one of those tracks you were thinking about?
I mean, I always love Orbital. It's great and it's played at such great times. But this one particular, I feel like it was like I haven't looked at the times. You know all the stats, but like I felt like it was the longest jam of the night. At least it
This
Ah,
was 11:54.
it was.
Yes, it was.
Good
Yeah.
call.
Yeah, it
Yep.
just it felt like that. Like it went out there and the crowd was loving it. It was a really, really good vibe.
Yep. That's a great call. It's really good drum and bass jam here. We're in a weekend we didn't see like a heavy dose of drum and bass really. So it's always good to get it, and when even if it's in small doses. And then Scotty, I mean, we talked about it before. This give and take into circus. I love this combo. We were just talking about is give and take the new circus.
I mean, the fucking manifestation station strikes again, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I has this ever been done? Give and take in a circus?
Nope.
See, like this is the kind of 3D thinking I like to see. Um, uh, I love give and take. It's just such a beautiful sentiment of a song, and to pair it with an absolute crowd ripper every single time in Circus, um, I can't wait to listen to this. I think we're deep enough into this conversation to where I'm gonna say to me this is the best night on paper. I haven't front to back to this yet. But stuff like this, man, give and take circus, the funky house, the phoneme, like we are really cooking on Sunday at this point.
Yeah. What do they say, Angela and Moss, about Sunday shows?
Never miss a Sunday.
That's right. Fucking A. I mean, they made it worth your
Circus.
while for sure.
I don't typically call tribe songs, but I felt a circus. I told Moss, I was like, they're definitely playing circus. They're playing it on Sunday. I
Hmm.
just, it's my tribe song, so I just felt it coming, and we had such a special moment during Give and Take. It's such like a beautiful just song, and I feel like it's so reflective of like what our relationship feels like, especially when it comes to music. Like,
Mm.
like we give each other and we take, and it's really like when you're in this like committed relationship and you're this committed to these bands, like you have to give and take, and like to be able to share this with like the one you love is just like really. So I was already feeling like my feels, and then they started circus and I cried so hard. I like it, just like everything opened up and I was just like a mess ball, like ugly crying. Like it was so beautiful. And
You were the
it just
happiest
I
crying.
was the happiest.
Beautiful.
Yes, I was happy crying, but like it just really touched me and just felt very full circle on like how much like this band has changed my life, and it's not something that I think about or people like think that I think about a lot because I'm so like vocal about the bands that I love, but that moment really like solidified it like in my soul, like what this band has given to me, the friends, like my whole life, like
Hmm.
so it was
Well,
really
we're happy.
a
We're
moment.
happy to have. We're
Moment.
happy to have you, Angela, for sure, and we're glad that you got your full circle moment too, along with the many that Moss got all weekend.
It really did.
And then to start the second set, it seemed back to just like the fucking dark shit here for a little bit, man. Like, which is just great to see them after they end the first set like that. You get the first common objects in almost 2 years to start off, which, man, like this
I
one is
love this song.
always such a treat to hear. Um, and then a tooth right after that,
Mm.
fantastic. Then a mischief, my God, and then to kind of like lift your spirits out of all that, like a triumphant blue mood here.
Hmm.
Man, like just every time Hunter Brown nails that note now, it's just like, fuck yeah, Hunter. I just feel like I'm watching my big brother do something fucking cool. So proud of him. But that brings us to our final clip. Guys, are covers back? Like, what the hell here?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's
Oh,
so much fun.
It was so fun.
it was the sickest thing ever. No one
So
saw
fun.
that coming. Like
Yep.
it had the surprise factor and just the coolness factor and like,
Yep.
oh God.
Oh, I got to see Laxel. Oh, look at me.
That second time played here. I like that like they have like their own name for it, right? Because I mean this is a cover, right, of a Harold Faltermeyer song. It's called Axel F, but they've called it both times that they played it like La Axel. So like they're like kind of making it their own. And like
Kind of.
I
Did you just
yeah.
hear that? Were you just
Like
listening to that
all
clip?
right.
Yeah.
Totally.
They
Yes.
definitely
Totally
did that
making it
there.
their own. This
Like
is. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was gonna say it's like a
no.
2001. It's like, very recognizable as a cover, but like very unique to like their take on it.
Yep, 100%. I think that like the way Alana brings the bass line in, like at the end of it, like with the boom 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 boom,
So
boom like makes it totally SCSI. I'm waiting for now Axel 1103. I think 1103 and this song together would be fucking awesome.
Wow.
Um, and like Alana on the fret tracks here, I think they got a little bit more loose with it this time than they did the first time around. Like a little bit like improv in the middle there, but like if the dance floor must have just been on fire, right?
yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was. And we saw the lasers during this too,
Oh
which
yeah.
was really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I mean this song is incredible. I'm so glad it's in rotation now. Like we all thought it was maybe a one-time thing for
Yeah.
LA,
Right.
and now like it kind of sounds like it was meant to be a Tribe song. Like
Yeah.
they have
Yeah.
done to it, like those spooky sounds in the beginning. I mean,
Yeah.
so like classic sound Tribe sounding.
That's like the take of a true artist when you can take something else and still have that like essence of it and like but like
Yep.
Make it
totally your
your
own. We definitely went on a Beverly Hills Cop like 15 marathon after they played it in
I'm
LA and then when as soon as they went into it we all our faces were just like what
Yeah.
is happening? Oh
That
yeah,
Fuck
place
yeah.
erupted.
it was so fun.
it's I mean, just to bring this whole thing back to our hip hop roots, I mean, they Lil Wayne this shit, bro. You remember when he would hop on someone else's song and be like, "Well, that's not their song anymore." Um, like that's
Eminem
just
also did
fucking
that.
hands up, bro. And yeah, no, I actually I do want to put I like that you brought up 2001 because I was trying to think an example of this thought that I was having as I was listening to it. And I think 2001 for Soundtribe is a good example. I feel like you have songs like 2001, which get covered by Soundtribe, and they do a great job doing it, but pretty true to form. Not you. If I can play you any 2001 that they've ever played, they all kind of sound the same. And they do it well, but it's not their own. And then you have something
No,
like
that's what Fish does to that song for sure.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Biscuits also have taken 2001 to their own dimensions. Like,
And,
Yes.
and
Yep.
and not to talk about 2001, but to say that that's cover mode number one for STS9. And
mm,
then you have something like this, something like a Roy G. Biv, even something like God, was it the
Berkeley.
Dark
What is
Star that
yeah.
they
Yeah.
covered in Austin? Am I
No,
remember
it was the
they
cap.
did the cap.
the cap?
They
Yeah.
did
The
it at the
cap.
cap. Yeah.
That there is clearly they are putting their foot in these and
Yeah.
really taking the time to make these almost loosely based STS9 interpretations as opposed to true to form covers, if that makes any
Yeah.
sense.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
makes total sense.
For sure. No, great point.
Love that.
Then I mean, it's more fun shit to end it, and like more just like perfect stuff to end this. Human Dream and Out of This World. Thank you, man. Like that is
Mm.
such a cool combo of like newer songs for sure. They've just been crushing Out of This World too.
Well, these
Um,
three in a row specifically, when you listen back, I loved these. These three
yeah,
fit so well, and I think it was like, God, it's so hard to use this phrase, but highlight of the night because this
yeah.
night was so good.
This section for sure. I think
Section.
so. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
Eh,
yeah, and then they bring you back to the beautiful shit with this summit.
That comment. Oh,
Uh,
talk about
uh,
another tearjerker.
yep. Yeah,
And I mean,
this one on the cutting room floor, like this one was way different than the one we heard in Aspen.
Mm.
um, yeah, and I mean, I think this summit and the encore afterwards. We haven't said his name. Reed Pellicore. You
Ah,
got to you got to imagine that 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 story found its way to the band, and certainly that in Summer Angels, but it feels like even that summit, a hat tilt to a very loved fan that is no longer with us.
yep.
Yeah.
You love it when they close these 5 night runs out with these super heavy emotional songs that just feel like a really deep exhale at the end of the 5 night
Was,
run. I don't think you could write a better encore, or set closer and encore for this 5 night run.
Yeah, I
Close
mean,
for
go
Reed.
ahead.
Like
and
we could just feel it.
we
Everyone there was feeling his energy and presence.
And for
Yeah.
it was really special for me and Moss. We ended our last run at Cervantes with Reed for the encore. It was just he was just with us for the encore, and then they played Summer Angels, and we're like, he's with us for the encore again. So
Hmm.
it was a
Fuck
really
yeah! Wow, that's
special
beautiful.
experience. It was very emotional. It was definitely felt like a culmination and like a breathe out was like, I guess, a sigh of, yeah, it's hard to put into how powerful it was.
Right. I mean, it's got you walking on air after a killer 3 night run, and rest in peace, Reed, a bright light in the community for so many years, and a wonderful way to end it. And I mean, just the encore choices again to recap: in Summer Angels, Satori, KPT the first night, and What Is Love on the fourth. Just absolutely smoking the encore choices here. Scotty, do me a favor here. Count these out as I say them,
Okay.
because these are the 2026 debuts for these songs. Once Told, and then we have Light Reveals, and we have uh Satori. Sorry, no, not a Satori. Night two. Who Are the People of America? Roy G. Biv. New Untitled. What Is Love? And then the final night, we have So Much More, Phoneme, Dream State Patrol. Let's see here.
Mobsters.
Common Objects. Now we got a Mobsters in Aspen. So we'll say Funky House. Add that one. You got Common Objects.
Hmm.
Le Axel. Um, and Summer Angels. So what does that come out to?
14.
14.
Wow.
14.
Oh my God.
14 2026 debuts of basically a whole show's worth of songs that you hadn't heard this band play yet in 2026, and it's not like the last couple of years they've been playing a lot of shows.
Yeah.
um so I think they make a habit of this at the Mish. The last time me and you had seen them there, Scotty, there were a ton of songs that they hadn't played in a very long time at that run, and then yeah, like almost a full show's worth of year debuts is huge, and in a year they've already been playing a ton of shows. I thought that was a cool piece of
Yeah,
data
that's
there.
awesome.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, guys, that wraps us up for the Mish here. You guys have got to choose which night do we feel like it was our favorite?
That's what I was gonna ask. Yeah.
It had to be night three for me. Night
Yeah.
three. Mhm.
I was at night one, so obviously I'm gonna be partial to the experience of night one, but I completely agree. I think night three is gonna be a top five show of this year, and on paper, when I woke up on Monday morning, it was the only one where I was like, "Fuck, dude." Yeah, night three for sure for me.
Moss?
Experience wise, night
Gotta
two.
be, gotta be two, right? Yeah, of
But
Yeah.
course.
musically, night three.
Yeah.
Three was just so unique. And it was very, I liked the words you guys used. You said blissful, and
Yep.
also emotional. And
Yep.
what a better way to finish a 5 night run than with bliss and
Then,
emotional songs.
then in a puddle.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
definitely in a puddle.
I'll be the black sheep here. I'm a night one guy. I think
Yeah.
the highlights on night one are just insane. The different things they do with the tracks. The Once Told, this Rent, the Like I Do Bible, the Satori Encore. I mean, Dance Inspire. Yeah, night one for me. MVP of the run. Who we thinking?
Phipps.
Phipps.
Yeah.
I was going to say Phipps
It's
too.
Phipps.
Yeah.
I think it's Phipps. Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
for me, a lot of it's Hunter, but like, yeah, I think looking back on it, I think it's got to be Phipps. This guy was on another planet, but
Yeah, and I mean, in taking into account the surf hotels, I mean, it's Phipps. If it's Phipps, it's Alana.
yep. All right, guys. Well, it is Sound Tribe Day here. That we are playing the 4848 Festival in Snowshoe, West Virginia, and then we get a nice little 2 night run to a couple cities they haven't been to in a while. The Mill and Mine on Friday in Knoxville, Tennessee. Got a lot of people, friends of the program from Knoxville, so they're pumped up about a long-awaited hometown throwdown, and then back to Birmingham for the first time in almost 10 years here at the Avondale Brewing Company. We'll do some predictions here, Scotty. We'll do 3 songs, 3 shows. We good about that?
Yep, that
All
sounds great.
right. And then you guys can add in some predictions as well here too. But ceremonial Zen can flip. We're back to Cool Mint, Scotty. That's our heads and then our
All
tails.
right.
Call it in the air.
Cool mint.
It is tails. Um, I'm gonna go with STS9.
I like that. And we did have an announcement on the Knoxville thing. Earl Whitney, congratulations.
Oh, gonna be a dad. That's
Gonna be a
right.
dad, man. Nothing more beautiful on planet Earth than that. Earl's obviously a multiple time guest on the podcast, been part of both of our Jeopardy episodes, and man, what a fucking great guy to be a dad. That's a lucky kid. Congrats to him and Steph. Yeah, if you see them this weekend in Knoxville, give them a big ass hug. That's amazing. They're gonna get a monkey music.
Okay, I like it. Scott, Moss and Angela, anything?
Peoples.
Peoples, I
Hey,
love it.
that's a good
Been
idea.
a while since that one.
I don't know what to guess. Played everything.
That
about
does that.
you?
This past run makes it tough for sure.
I'll call Click Lang.
Click Lang
Nice.
Echo, I like it. They didn't get that in Colorado. I think you're definitely on with that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Warrior that I've been talking about for a while.
Water song.
Moss.
1103.
Ooh, I love it.
Nice.
Love it. I might have planted that in your head. Did I?
Yeah.
Angela.
Poseidon.
Poseidon. Love it. Great
Mhm.
call. And I'm gonna go with the Itzamana.
Moon
I like
socket.
that. Moonsocket. Back to the well for Scotty. That was his 1 point from this past weekend.
Wait. I guessed that from this past weekend.
You did.
Okay, then I can't do that.
Okay.
Let's go.
You want to go with that wave spell again?
Yeah. I'm gonna keep hammering that one until I get one.
Moss, last one.
Be nice.
Be
Nice.
nice. Love to see a Be Nice opener this weekend. Hell yeah. I think
From
that would go off at the festival for
from
sure.
pound per pound, the nicest human being I've ever met at a soundcheck.
It's just
Angela, last one.
arigato.
Okay, love it. Found this out. All right, so I've got STS9 Warrior, It's Amana, Scotty has Monkey Music, Water Song, Wave Spell, Moss has Peoples 11 to 3, Be Nice, Angela, Clickling Echo, Poseidon, Arigato. So we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see
Um,
who wins bingo.
Angela, Moss, thank you guys so much for joining us. This was a lot of fun. We hope you guys had as much fun as we did.
Thank you for having
Oh
us.
yeah,
Mhm.
thanks. We're honored to be on. Keep doing what you're doing. We love it. And yeah, just want to shout out like the whole community is just so great. I love, hearing everyone talk about the community, and you guys are doing a lot to be such a big part of it. So yeah, thanks for connecting so many people. There were a lot of people this run that I talked to and spent a lot of time with that were either on this podcast um, or talked about it. So
Mm,
Love it. Love
thank
to
you.
hear that.
we're
Thank
we're
you for the
happy to
kind
do it.
words. Yep.
Absolutely.
And thank you guys for watching, listening, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Throw us a like, throw us a subscribe, throw us a comment or review if you're feeling nice. But we'll be back next week with some form of hopefully boots on the ground commentary from this 3-night run. Until then, safe travels if you're heading to the show. Enjoy. Great weekend. Chest pats. Much love.
And much love.